So you were asking me what I was doing. Well, you know what I was doing? Have you ever saw that movie in the Jackie Chan movie? You know, the Fist of Legend, you know, the drunken master, and where he pull the drink and go down like this. Down the hatch! That's right, I was saying I was doing that. But today I want to do what it wasn't the first book that I read in the when I was spiritually awakened. But it was probably the third. Well, let me see. I read The Power of the Subconscious Mind the first, and then maybe The Think and Grow Rich, maybe, and then this. This book was really amazing. It opened my eyes to the world that, you know, I never knew that it could be possible. That there's a whole new world. I mean, another world that we lived in, but we never knew that existed. And that book is called the book on the taboo against knowing who you are. Who you are, what you see is, so when you see me and when you see your hands and when you look at the mirror, what do you see? You usually see a face, right? It's like, duh, Johnny. And then you usually see that's how we ever known, right? But in essence, it's not who we really are. We have name, but it's not who we are. And that sounds weird, right? But it's not. It's because, in essence, so there's a couple of things that I want to get in. Is this that as a whole, as a society, we see that nature or the universe or God or superconscious or infinite intelligence, it's somehow separate from us, meaning that we have no connection to this almighty power, right? That all religion say that we're powerless. We have to separate. We have to look for someone who have power and that somehow they'll watch over us. But in this book, it doesn't talk about that. It talks about how that we are gods in disguise. That sounds maybe preposterous, but like if you listen to all the spiritual genre or the spiritual community or the the law of attraction, they said that we are gods, meaning that we shouldn't see ourselves separate as from the universe for God. We should see them. I mean, we should see the whole part that we're connected, right? We're interconnected with every single thing. Even if you come across contact with water, right, and you send positive thought, and you freeze it, it becomes a beautiful crystal. Now you send hate, ugliness, it turns really nasty crystal. Excuse me. Now, if you understand that, religion, I don't like to get into religion that much because people get angry with if you're talking on other religion. But if you get into Bob Proctor stuff, Bob Proctor is one of my, many people who I really look up to, and that he says that all religion are all the same. If you look at peace and they all the same, right? That's what I truly think that is. If you dive deep enough if you are open-minded enough and that you don't have too much hatred within all that, then I believe that you can find pieces because the truth is I used to be Buddhist, but I'm not anymore. Why? Because I understand that it wasn't because I choose to be Buddhist. It's because my mom was Buddhist, right? So therefore, I was unconscious, but I get to choose whatever path I choose, right? And then I went to Jehovah's Witness, but I didn't like it because it was talking about the end of the world because they see negative news on the time, stuff like that. And I was like, whoa. Because I already spiritually awakened, I just want to experience what they experience, like how they see the world. Basically, they're very rigid in their thinking. But that's okay. That's not my whole thing. But here's the thing. If you understand how that everything that we see, religion and science, they're really trying to say the same message that the spiritual people have been trying to say for years. Is this that we are gods, not as in, yeah, we're almighty, but we are born of the image like God, and that we have, because if you think about God, or the infinite intelligence, is is the creator of everything, right? And we're like the image of God, so we have the ability to create our life, right? And I held a couple of things, um, witchcraft and Wicca and witchcraft. I highly recommend it. It's just that people get icky and feeling about witchcraft. Not me, not anymore, because like it's pretty cool. Because I think that law of attraction and all the voodoo, all the occult stuff that they do, affirmation, incantation, it's really had to do with like energy work, right? Wicca and witchcraft is all about energy work. It's basically releasing your energy. So I mean, law of attraction do that anyway. So I don't see why. And then this one, Neil deGrasse Tyson, physics, astrophysics for people in a hurry, talking about we're part of nature. So it's really saying the same thing as witchcraft, and then Hinduism, because it's it's fascinating where all the ideas have connected, and Buddha. Say this is what tripped me up sometimes when people say Buddha is a god. I remember my friend, she said, yeah, Buddha's a god. No, Buddha is not God. So there are people who think Buddha is God, but he's a prince. He was wealthy. He was a prince. No, Prince Siddhartha, whatever. And he was born in Kathmandu. But he was Hinduism. That's why they have some Hinduism in Buddhism, but not so much. But they have the Four Noble Truths. I used to read the Four Noble Truths and the what was it, 12 path, the 12 right path. I can't remember. But what I'm saying is that I think that we should be more open-minded about these religions. We shouldn't be able to um, separate from them, because every religion has some truth to it. If we disagree, we can take the good part in religion and incorporate it. We don't have to hate it. But that's people. That's my idea. Because that's Bob Proctor said. If you because he studied all the religion actually. And then Alan Walt said, gods also like to play hide and seek, but because there's nothing outside of God, he has no one but himself to play with. But he get over this difficulty by pretending that he's not himself. This is his way of hiding from himself. He pretends that he is you and I and all the people in the world, all the animals, all the plants, the rocks, and all the stars. And in this way, he has strange and wonderful adventures, some which he are terrible and frightening, but these are just bad dreams. For when he wake up, they will disappear. Now, when God plays hide and pretend that he's you and I, he does it so well that it takes him a long time to remember where and how he hide himself. But that's the whole fun of it. Just what he wanted to do. He doesn't want to find himself too quickly, for that want to spoil the game. This is why it is so difficult for you and me to find out that we are God in disguise, pretending not to be himself. But when the game has gone on long enough, all of us will wake up, stop pretending, and remember that we are all one single self, that God, who is all there, that there is, and who lives forever and ever. Of course, you remember that God isn't shaped like a person. People have skin, and there is always something outside of our skin. If there wasn't, we wouldn't know the difference between what is inside and outside of our bodies. God has no skin and no shit because there isn't any outside. So there you go. And I want to read this too. But this is because we think of God as the king of the universe, the absolute technocrat who personally and constantly control every detail of this cosmos. That's not the kind of God in his story, or in my story. In fact, it isn't my story at all. From any student of history of religion will know that it comes from ancient India, and that the mystical way of explaining the vendetta philosophy, Vendetta is the teaching of the Ushpanhan, a collection of dialogues, stories, and poems, some of which go back to some at least 800 BC. Sophisticated Hindus do not think of God as a special and separate super person who rules the world from above, like a monarch. Their God is underneath rather than above. Everything and he is or is play the world from inside. One might say that if religion is the opium of the people, the Hindus have the inside dope. What's more, no Hindu can realize that he is God in disguise without saying at the same time that this is true of everyone and everything else. In the Vendetta philosophy, nothing exists except God. There seem to be other things than God, but only because he is dreaming them up, making them his gods play hide and seek from himself. The universe, seemingly separate thing, is therefore really only for a while, not entirely real, for it comes and goes as the self-hidden and seek itself. But Vendetta is much more than the idea or the belief that is self. It's centered above experience, the immediate knowledge of its being self. For this reason, just a complete subversion of our original way of seeing things. It turned out the world inside out and outside in, likewise. Likewise, a same attribute to Jesus runs: when you make the two one, and when you make the inner as the outer as the inner, the above as below. Huh. You know what's funny? When you make the two become one, and when you make the outer inner, if you think of as the subconscious mind, the conscious and the subconscious, right? You think that if you combine, because if you think about it, the conscious and the subconscious is the connection to the God, to the infinite intelligence. It's where the magic begins. And that if your conscious and the subconscious become one, you create your outer world. Your conscious is above, and where they have the Kabbalion, as above, so below. Your conscious is as above, and the subconscious as below. As above, so below. So basically, that God, what it's saying, that God is playing hide and seek with itself, meaning that somehow this unique soul of ours, or God within us, playing hide and seek. It's just usually most of people are unaware of that they have this amazing relationship with this infinite intelligence. So I think that once we understand that we are connected with everything else in this universe, I think we have the power to create. Because when we see separate, and if we see separate, like nature or God or infinite intelligence, as separate from us, we feel powerless, right? But if you see every spirituality or spiritual stuff, you see that there's always connection between us and the universe. That the universe is a place where we shouldn't be afraid. I think we should be able to harmonize with the universe, because we are, in essence, the universe. It's just that we have our own inside universe, and that when we create the universe inside, we create the universe outside, right? Because we're controlling the universe inside our mind. The mind is a place where the universe happens. We can paint anything that we want, and we can create like a picture, a painting that we want to create. And when it's clear, when it's not fuzzy, what happens is you got to be able to believe in essence, and you put the energy in it, and the energy vibrates through your body. And this, as it vibrates through your body, it sends out a powerful surge of energy to connect you with the intelligence, what they call it, the divine matrix, or the energy field, if you will. And with the emotion, or they call it the you gotta to able to open the gates to heaven, to open the gate to heaven. What you want is put feeling into it, to create the existence inside your body, to create the feeling that you're in heaven, or what you want inside your body. And as you feel it to be true, what happens? You create a momentum that send out a powerful surge of energy, and it come back to you as the manifestation of reality. No, I was listening to Jim Rohn. Everybody, I mean not Jim Rohn, Jim Carrey the other day was a video where he said he's coming out and he believes that we're energy. Yeah, and I was like, yo, this guy's on trip. He's crazy, but he's not. We are energy. It's just that we let our minds scatter on focus everywhere, and we have not focused our energy to the point where we attract these things into our life. Because we, in essence, if we scatter our energy, we couldn't be able to pinpoint what we want into our life. But what if we focus our whole energy and beam it, and then the thing that you want start to become an attracting factor, right? Better, right? So how can we connect with this universe? Well, I don't do it often all the time anymore, but I know that I'm connected with the universe. Sometimes it's off and on, but there is a way. Meditation is one. Or just close your eyes and know that you're one with the universe. Or so the universe is, I'm connected with the universe, and I know that the universe will bring what I want into my physical reality. And you feel it. You have to feel it inside. And as you feel and you believe it, things will manifest into your reality. It's not always easy, but it can be done. So you do have a choice. You have a power within. It's just that most people look for religion as to connect outside, and you look above instead of not above, but like there's a power not above you, but connect with you, beside you. There's a power beside you that be able to. You have to work with the infinite intelligence. With these intelligences work together, you move the mountain. That's how you be able to do the impossible. Because without the connection with this, you won't, because you try to do it alone. You try to, because there's long time ago I used to pray, right? Prayer is ineffective if you use it in the wrong way. What I mean is this: I used to pray for what I want, except I'll say, "Please give me this, God," and I will stop doing it. Most people do, like the punishment. Said I will stop doing it, except they keep doing it over and over. What happened is you have, because prayer is the same as visualization. When you visualize, when you write it down, that's a prayer. But prayer is not saying it. Prayer is you put your thoughts and emotion into it, and then the prayer will move into vibration, connects with the vibration out into the ether, and it come back to you. But you have to believe in something that is greater, and it moves you towards your destination, whatever that is. Well, that's it from today. It's a great book. I highly recommend you get it. It really is a great book. It makes you aware of the illusion. Oh yeah, the illusion that we have our whole life, that we're separate of something. We're not. We're connected with everything in the universe. We're connected with water. We're connected with plants. We're connected with rocks. We're connected with, because rocks in essence are vibration, atoms. We're atoms. We are more powerful than we think we are. You have that power. You can control that power within inside you. You have that power. Just remember, you have that power. I'm here to be able to make you aware that there is illusion that we play in our life. That when we become aware of our inner will, our power, we will be able to destroy the illusion that we've been living for years. So I'll see you. Subscribe to my channel, like my video, and I'll see you on the next. Bye bye.